Welcome back, lad, and welcome to another episode of the Bull Room. We have a good one for you today. Make sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. That's my next goal. Help me achieve it. And also, I'd like to invite you all to check out LatinWealthClub.com. We post a lot of informational articles on finance and politics. If you want to elevate your understanding of the two, make sure to subscribe. We're your go-to source. And with that being said, we had a rate cut. We're a couple days late. Thanks, AZ. I'm just messing with him. We're a couple days late, but it's all good. The Federal Reserve lowered rates by half a point, 0.5%. This is the first rate cut in 2024 and the first one since 2021. What does this mean, AZ? First and foremost, this is your host MP and behind the scenes.
AZ.
And what do you think of the rate cut, bro? It wasn't what we were expecting. Definitely wasn't. Came out of left field. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's good, right? But I don't know. I still feel like they had to keep it up, bro.
I feel like they had to do a quarter point.
Yeah,
I don't understand why they
had
did
to
half
keep
a
it-
point.
Yeah, they had to keep it lighter for sure.
Do you believe that move was because unemployment was going up? But it's weird because Jerome Powell highlighted that unemployment only went up because of the new immigrants coming into the country. No, not illegals. He's talking about the immigrants they've accepted in that have green cards now that are trying to join the workforce. They're the ones making the unemployment rate rise. And you can check the article out at LatinWealthClub.com. You know, your go-to source for anything financial and politics. But with that being said, yeah, bro, it's weird that Jerome Powell said that in the news conference on September 18th. Mm-hmm. But he said that that's the reason. So if we are seeing job growth, like they say, and we're just seeing some immigrants joining the workforce that just can't get jobs at the moment, does that mean that we have a greater outlook to the economy? Or why is it that we got a half a point cut? Because it seems like things should be going well from what they're saying, right? Immigration is really supposedly the only reason why unemployment is going up and that they're adding jobs. So that means that we have enough people to cover those jobs. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. Who's lying to us?
Yeah.
And I will say I don't think it's Jerome Powell.
I don't think so either.
You know, I think it's whoever's saying the job reports because I don't think we're adding those jobs if those immigrants are having tough times finding jobs. And we're supposedly adding 100K a month, I'm sorry, 100K a month.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me, bro. But, you know, they also mentioned that there will be 2 more additional rate cuts this year of a quarter point, 2 quarter points. So we should be starting 2025, bro, with a whole point cut. What do you think that's going to do to your economy? Or what do you, in your opinion, what do you think is going to do to our economy starting 2025, a whole point under?
Fuck, man. I don't know. I just feel like everything's going to go up for sure.
Inflation.
I've already seen, it's going to come back. I think we've
and
talked
long
about it
term wise,
before.
bro, at least, okay, so right now we're living in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever time you started to feel some type of turmoil, let's say 2021 and you didn't feel anything until 2023, you have 2 years to save up, get ready, get prepared.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to go through another cycle. We're starting the new cycle. We're now ahead of the game because we've been podcasting, we've been talking about this. Now, how are we going to pivot to either become rich, stay stable, or grow a little bit by the end of this cycle?
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I think people need to start pivoting more towards being looser with their money now, because now they're going to have more opportunity to be able to do so, especially with interest rates coming down.
But with a 2-year window, how long do you really have to waste money and then start saving or investing?
Yeah, that's what I think. It's going to be more like...
Oh, you're saying stay losing...
Yeah, keep loose in financial, with your finances, with
assets.
Your investments. Yes, not exactly be loose. Let's start a new business. No, let's put money where it's going to be a little bit more stable.
Okay.
But I think they're not giving it enough time for the inflation to come down. We've talked about it before. Inflation is really sticky, and it'll come back. We've seen it.
It's either a recession or inflation, and they're picking inflation.
And they're picking inflation. It seems like
I was picking recession.
Man, and recession is tough too, though.
I mean, I feel like maybe they don't want recession because they're seeing how hard it is already for Americans. They're like, dude, we can't have them go any longer. And I think that's what it may be, bro. They're just trying to like cruise it to landing. Like we're gonna crash, bro. We're gonna crash.
Yeah,
we're just like cruising little by little down to the crash.
Hard. Yeah, well, I understand their point as well, where they don't want to overshoot the inflation as well, because then that's not good as well for the economy,
Well, going back to what we were saying, sorry, go. My bad.
No, you're good.
You said you were talking about. I just want to backtrack a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about the fact to be loose for your money and maybe not start new businesses, but I would say go for things that have high rate of returns.
Yep.
Maybe more at risk assets like crypto, right?
Yep.
Or stuff like that. And also, if you do real estate, keep in mind you could buy in the beginning of the year and refinance as it goes lower later in the year. So if you buy a house early 2025, you refinance mid 2026 for a lower rate.
Yeah.
And you locked in a sick ass price. Because the thing is that real estate is only going to go up.
Yeah.
Right. If people think there was I used to think there was a crash coming, but now understanding the pivotal moves and how the market works, monetary policy and all that, it looks like they just don't want real estate to crash, and it's not going to crash anytime soon.
But with interest rates coming down, it's going to give you the opportunity to actually be able to afford a loan to get a house.
Yes.
So that's going to
for
be
multiple
nice
people.
part.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
I think cutting it by 1%, bro. They were saying that it allows 50 million new applicants. 1%,
yep.
which is literally next year,
Yep.
which will cause more demand in the market, causing the prices to go up. So prices will be shooting up.
Yep.
Technically, if you could buy right now, this is the best time to buy.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, right now is the best time to buy. If you have the means, the finances, the credit, everything, it is the best time to buy. And then literally just refinance a year and a half from now. You could do a cash out refinance, dude. Like, let's say we bought a house. Let's say me and AZ partnered up and bought a $500,000 house, right? High rate, or whatever. We wait a year and a half, let that rate go down. But that $500,000 house already grew to $650 million. I mean, $650,000, $150,000 profit. Now we refinance. We do a cash out refinance. We cash out the $150 in profit, 75 to him, 75 to me. We get we either get the same or lower payment because of that interest rate difference, and we still collect cash flow on the property while me and AC are $75,000 richer, tax free. See, that's the thing about real estate people don't know. You see, watch when I start doing my real estate content in the future. We're really going to get into the numbers. But that's actually going to be part of our membership program. We do have memberships, just no content out for it. But eventually, we will have a members-only channel and series where we literally go into the numbers of my deals, investment deals, crypto deals, all of that. And we really deep dive into what I'm looking at and what I'm doing. I think it'll be good for a lot of people that want to see people learn, people experience things and learn from my errors maybe. But anyways, what does this mean for assets like stocks, crypto, real estate, and gold? In the short term, it's a 50-50. Stocks might crash. Crypto might crash. We really don't know what's to come. Typically, like in 2001 and 2007, when they did have rate cuts, it caused a recession. But again, like we mentioned, AZ and I, we're avoiding a recession. And we're gonna pay it back with high inflation in like 2 years. So, in the long term, it's really what we're looking at, because easy money comes back to play, right? Borrowing money becomes easier. So long term wise, a lot of businesses are gonna grow and expand. The economy is gonna grow, expand with it. And you gotta also remember that crypto, when there's easier money to spend, people are going to put more money in at-risk assets like AZ and I were mentioning, and crypto will also, boom. But what are some next catalysts for Bitcoin to look for? These are my two, and you'll find these articles on LionWealthClub.com, your go-to source for everything finance and politics. And it'll be the presidential election. We already got the rate cut. We're expecting 2 more, and as long as we get a Trump presidency, with the Robert F. Kennedy alliance, the Elon Musk partnership, hopefully, You should see new all-time highs. Why are you laughing, bro? What? This is the ultra team, dream team, MAGA team, and you're laughing. Come on, bro. Come on, my boy. But anyways, man, key takeaways here is that businesses are going to grow and expand. Lowering borrowing costs. It's not going to cost a lot of money to use your credit card. And more venture capital for people to take risk. And we'll see you on the next one, Ladder Wealth Club. Stay motivated, stay dedicated. All money in, no money out. And don't be a little bitch.